How y'all doing again? It's your girl Queen_Q1111, and I'm back again with another video. Hold on, y'all. My son want to start acting out. Hold on, let me see what's going on with him. Hold on, y'all. You okay? All right, we're back on the road now. All right, y'all. I'm back. So, got a quick story time for y'all. So this is gonna be just a little bit. It's a nighttime version of story time for y'all. Y'all gonna have a bedtime story tonight. But anyway, so now y'all know I'm always walking everywhere with my 3 kids in the wagon or whatever. So right now I'm on the way to the store. I gotta get some. I gotta grab some diapers and stuff for my baby girl. I don't understand how I ran out. I don't be running out like this. Like I said, I'm gonna go get her some diapers. I'm gonna get my son some diapers too. Figure it out, get it taken care of. Can't let them go without their diapers. So I'm on my way to go do that. Get the diapers. After I get the diapers, I'm gonna be headed back to where I'm at. So anyway, I'm gonna start y'all off with the situation that happened to me earlier while I was where I am. So I'm outside just cooling with my kids. We doing our usual, just hanging out. Catching some air. Cause where we at, it's kind of, it's a little stuffy where we at. I'm gonna just say that. But yeah. So it's a little stuffy. So because of that, you know, because it's so stuffy, I always like to get out and get some air. So because I like to get air or whatever, we went outside. So I'm outside. Next thing I know, people from the past pull up and they want to spark up conversation. Now, mind you, the last time they stopped by, they ain't say nothing to me because they was by themselves. But they pulled up with their sidekick today. So now today they want to decide to give me a hug and act like they was so excited to see me. Please. Like I said, y'all can get all y'all little fakeness out right now because this going to be the last time y'all be seeing me up close and personal. So y'all better get y'all fakeness in now while y'all got the opportunity because it won't happen no more. So that happened. And then the person from the past asking me about somebody else that I definitely don't even deal with no more that left me and my kids for dead. And I'm just like saying to myself, you got to be out of your mind to think that I want to go back to something that tried to destroy me. And I'm going to just be quite frank with y'all. I'm speaking about the lady that gave birth to me. She want to know if I want to, let somebody from my past back in my life. Why would I do that? Do you see that I had to get away from that drama-filled environment with my kids? What make you think in your mind that, oh, she like living her lifestyle like that, being around drama? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't like that type of lifestyle. Obviously, I'm over here for a purpose and a reason. I didn't come over here for nothing. You know what I mean? I had to get away from all of that drama and nonsense that wasn't even a part of my life. I'm sitting up here carrying other people's problems and allowing them to project their insecurities and whatnot onto me. Nah, that's not my energy. You know what I mean? That's not my energy. And I'm not about to keep putting up with it. So when she asked me, she was like, she no longer stay where she was staying before. And did I want her to give up my location? Why would you give up my location? And this is how I know she working for the devil too. You know what I'm saying? She's an evil demonic spirit as well. Because if I see my daughter, you know what I'm saying, staying with her sibling, for instance, she got 2 brothers, right? If I see my daughter, she going to stay at one of her brother houses, all because of the fact that, she in a situation where she don't want to be a part of it no more. I'm not about to sit up here and try to push my daughter to go back to a situation that's trying to break her down. I want my daughter to be uplifted in all aspects of life. Not just because, you know what I'm saying, you want to see, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like she want to see me miserable for the rest of my life. Be struggling. That's not my life, sweetheart. And I'm not about to live like that. Confirmation. Thank you, Jesus. I needed that confirmation. But, yeah. So it's like, you want to sit up here and try to ask me, oh, before I was leaving out of the location where I was, thought I slept on some pool, but I didn't. Before I left out of the location that I was in, the person from my past caught up with her, which I already knew that was going to happen anyway. This person is predictable. They do the same thing every day, all day, every year, doing the same crap, never growing in life. I don't want to be around people like that no more. And I'm making it known that I don't want to be around people like that no more. You know, hold on, y'all. Had to go up that hill I'll be telling y'all about. That's that one hill. But anyway, so, I literally am out here, you know, getting back to myself, getting back on my feet. So that way, I would never have to turn back and go back to the people that try to destroy me, for that matter. And then for you to come over to this place where I'm at, trying to bring up some past individual that you know for a fact I don't tolerate and I don't deal with no more. I even told your daughter who house I'm at with her pick me yourself. I already told her I didn't want nothing to do with her. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm at your house for a purpose and a reason. Why else would I be coming from a shelter straight to your house? And like I said, I already know y'all been gossiping about my situation. And the lady that gave birth to me, she already knew the situation at hand. She knew what happened to my kid's father. She knew where he was at. So my question about this whole situation would be, why would you then poke your head out the car and talk about something? Can I ask you a question? I heard you the first time. Can I ask you a question? She asked me it twice. Okay, what is your question? Because at this point, I already know you coming to me with some foolishness that I could care less about. So she asking me, this is when she asked me that question. Oh, well, you know, I don't stay where I used to stay no more. And on my way trying to leave, their father was trying to get in contact with you. Do you want me to tell him where you at? No. What do he need to know where we at for? He wanted to be in the streets, so that's why I left him. In the streets, where he wanted to be. So, he wanted to be in the streets, running wild. You know what I'm saying? Not taking care of his responsibilities like a man should. So, what do you want me to do about that? You know what I mean? What would you want me to do about that? You don't want me to prosper in life because, you know what I'm saying, you had X amount of kids and you ended up staying around for all the foolishness. I'm not sticking around for no foolishness. Hold on one second. Get off. Stop. All right, y'all, I'm back. But anyway, it's like, I'm not about to stick around for this foolishness. I'm not about to tolerate somebody disrespecting me on a regular basis and then trying to do it in front of my kids. Oh, absolutely not. I don't think so. So that happened. She gonna ask me if I wanted to, let him know where I was and if he could come by. No, sorry, Bob. He could stay right where he at. Whoever he entertaining at this moment in life, he could continue to entertain them and keep his mind. Devils. Straight devils. Yeah, people almost trying to hit me and my kids. But yeah, anywho, like I said, I got things to do. And that just caught me off guard because this person in the, I'm gonna rebuke them though. I'm gonna pray for them rather, because God told me don't curse your enemies, bless them, bless the enemies, because that's what they need. They need blessings. They need to be prayed for. But anyway, so that happened, and when that happened, I was just like, hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. So when that happened, I was just like, she got the nerve to think that I want to still be tolerating some BS in my life after I done got away from, do y'all know, this is story time, so I'm gonna tell y'all what's up. So before I got to where I was, before me having my son, I was at my kid's father's house. I was staying at his house. You know, I wasn't paying no bills or nothing or whatever. It is what it is. But at the same time, I was at that house, you know, playing housewife, when I should have been doing other things with my time, because he wasn't worth it anyway. But you know what, that situation taught me a very, very valuable lesson in life. You know, people I already knew from the start not to ever move in with anybody, because I had my own place before. 3 times I lived on my own. You know, but then I ended up deciding to move in with him, and then we ended up having kids. You know, after playing house for so long, you're bound to have some children. It's gonna happen. So that happened. Mind you, the whole time I'm dealing with this dude, he been cheating on me the whole time, dealing with people from his past. Even when we first started talking to each other, he's still holding on, lingering with people of the past, still talking to them, still being involved with them, still letting them come over to his house. And you know, at the time I was naive. I wasn't, you know, paying no attention to it. And I was just like, you know, trying to be the mature person in the situation. Like, okay, I understand you got kids already. And of course y'all gonna have to communicate with one another about the kids. That's cool, whatever. Do what y'all gotta do. But at the same time, don't be out here trying to make me look stupid or look dumb. Like, don't do that to me. Because I already told you my situation before I even linked up with you. So, long story short, we have 3 kids together. He ended up getting locked up. He get locked up. Once he get locked up, I had already told him before he got locked up that he should have been turned himself in, before the kids was even involved in this situation. So he waits years on end, got me covering for him. You know, I'm a child of God. I'm not supposed to be doing stuff like that. And I'm sitting up here going against my values and my morals in life for this guy, just to end up having more kids, because when I met him, I had 1 daughter. I only got 1 daughter before I had my 3 kids that I got now. So I had 1 daughter. I meet him, mind you, he had 4 kids. Now I know people could judge me off of that, like, girl, you ain't trying to not deal with him knowing he got 4 kids. At the end of the day, you know, life is life, and you know what I'm saying, you gonna fall for who you gonna fall for, regardless if they got kids or not. Like, at one point I was looking at it like that, but then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna see what's going on. You know, I'm not about to be judgmental towards somebody just because they got kids, because I got a daughter. You know what I mean? How would that look if somebody was like, oh, I can't deal with you, you got a daughter? You know what I mean? No. So I said, nah, I'm gonna just take a chance, and I'm gonna give him an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, let me know what's going on. Nope. Like I said, the only blessing that came out of this situation was the fact that I got my beautiful 3 angels with me right now. Out of everything else, I'm good. And I'm good because it taught me a valuable lesson in life. Don't ever think that because you know what I'm saying, you call yourself building some type of relationship with somebody, that they gonna be there for you in the end. Because like I said, if he would have listened to me, that's a part of respecting the person that you with, listening to their opinion, and, you know, actually taking their feelings and how they come at you and their advice into consideration. But see, he didn't do any of that. He was too busy allowing Jezebel spirits and just the type of females that I don't even deal with get into his head. So these was the type of females that he was dealing with. He liked that type of energy because he was raised by his grandma. And, you know, even then, I'm thinking, oh, he was raised by his grandma. He was raised right. No, he wasn't. If anything, she was the grandma Jezebel out of all of them. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that lady because that lady done passed, and that's not right. And, yeah, I repent for just even saying that. But it's just like, you out here You was raised by your grandma, but you out here treating me like I'm nothing. And out of everybody that was dealing with you, I seen how everybody was dogging you out and wasn't even, you know what I'm saying, helping you when you was in your time of need or whatever, and you needed to get stuff done. We sitting up here, we had to go places. You calling your family members, they asking you and lecturing you like, well, where you gotta go and how long it's gonna be for you to go, and are you gonna be ready by the time we get it? Like all these questions as just unnecessary. Just when I call you, just come on. I got places to go and I'm gonna give you gas money type energy. But no, the people that's in his family, they sat up here, had us sitting at his house waiting hours on end just to go to one place. I said, oh no, I couldn't deal with that no more. Like, I literally lost myself dealing with that individual, man. And I'm regaining everything back that I done lost and then some, all off the strength that I'm not dealing with him no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm living better. I feel better about life. I take care of my kids. I make sure they straight. You know what I'm saying? This dude don't even call to check on his kids. The first thing he wanted to say when he got out of wherever he was, where he was locked up, was he gonna send the flying monkeys, the pygmishas, to send me a message talking about he got some money for me. No, you don't got no money for me. You need to have some money for your children, okay? Have some money for them. And while you at it, why don't you get all of your children's and go take them and go do something for your children's, as opposed to you trying to figure out what I'm doing in my life. Because I done gave my life to God. I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Let that be known. Like, and I know you watching my videos, so I'm gonna let it be known. This is the only little bit of clout you about to get off of me, buddy. Because I keep seeing how he keep adding himself on my page. Bro, you lost the best opportunity you could have ever found in your entire life. And you messed that up. Because I was all in. All bets in. You feel me? All hands on deck. I was all in. But you decided to choose the streets over me and my kids, and that's fine. That's cool. I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit up here and be trying to hold nobody down and make them feel like, oh, you gotta stay with me type. And I don't got time for that. If you wanna be with me, you wanna be with me. If you wanna be for the streets, hey, be for the streets. I can't stop you, and I'm not gonna stop you. So that was that. So like I said, in between this story time, for her to come where I'm at, just to try to bring that energy back to me, sweetheart. And then she even said, when the person asked me, the person from my past asked her about where I was, she was like, oh, well, I don't even know nothing about her right now. I don't know nothing. And I love it that way. You don't need to know nothing about what's going on in my life. Because, see, that was the problem before. I was running my mouth too much, talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that the people that was surrounded by me was excited for my good news that I was always having. Sharing with all the wrong people, giving them too much information on me. Not no more. God done told me, keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to myself, and that's what I'm going to do. I got time for this stuff no more. Especially when I got to deal with what I got to deal with where I'm at. I got to sit up here and tolerate her slamming the doors when she see that my kids is taking a nap, and she mad because, like I said, she be wanting me to pay her. I'm not paying you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You treat me and my kids like we nothing. So what I look like give you anything? I'm not giving you a dime. God already told me I don't have to do nothing. I don't owe anybody anything. Okay? And that's the way it's going to be. I've always been like that. I never owe nobody nothing. And I'm going to keep it that way. So, back to the story at hand, it was just like, you come telling me about some person from the past like I was just supposed to jump up and throw a party because this person looking for me. I don't care if they looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight, all right? They can keep on looking for me. They will never find me again. And I mean that. Anyway, I don't put enough energy into that situation as it is. So we're going to move on to the next topic. But yeah, that happened earlier. And I'm just like, yeah, it's time for me to collect my things and get to scramming. Get on the road and hit it. Hit the road, Jackie, and go. Because, you know, people look at me like I'm some type of joke or whatever. All because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I was raised around them. And they think I'm still the same old person I used to be. I'm not the same person I used to be, and I'm glad I'm not the same old person I used to be. I'm glad I don't move the way I used to move. I'm glad I don't hang out with the people I used to hang out with. I'm glad I don't do the things I used to do. Please. So, yeah, like I said, it is what it is. It's a little live tonight. Everybody want to be on their bikes. But I definitely feel it, though, because the moment I get my bike, I'm definitely about to be out zooming too. But anyway, that happened. But I'm going to hit y'all up with another story time some other time, because right now I'm about to get into this place, do some shopping real quick, get these diapers that I need to get. Thank God that I can get them, because tomorrow I guess the store going to be closed. I don't know what for, but I don't care. But as long as my baby got some diapers, I'm good. I don't care about nothing else. My kids got to have something on their butt. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with none of that. My kids not about to go without. So, yeah, I just want to give y'all an encouraging word. Whenever the past try to pull up, try to remind you of what you used to do and how you used to do things, let the past know you're done with the past. You don't want nothing to do with it. And you living life, you living your best life right now without the past being involved in none of it. So with that being said, I'm going to holla at y'all later. And like I always say, y'all be easy now. Those are words of my father, though. But y'all be easy. And I'm going to talk to y'all another time. But until then, peace and light, y'all. Don't forget, don't let the past come back. I'm trying to warn you. Don't let it happen. I'm living proof of what can happen if you keep going back to the past. You'll be trying to dig yourself back to where you used to be and past it. I'm trying to tell you. But like I said, I'm going to talk to y'all on another video. Y'all enjoy y'all day, because I'm going to enjoy mine. Peace and light, y'all. Later.